fine.
That's the internet.
But it was just the fact that, hey, Meg, come on in.
Hey, it's Mickey James, everybody. We have a run-in.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I totally didn't.
No.
It's not like we don't know each other. Hi.
Bye, guys.
Mickey James, everyone.
Mickey James, we had a run-in. This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you do an interview at Wrestlecon. It's bound to happen. And we are back for another casual conversation with the classic. I'm here with none other than the lovely Carmella, Leah Van Dale. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. Long overdue. We should have done this a long time ago, but we're finally doing it.
We're doing it.
Carmella, Leah. Am I supposed to be calling you Leah now?
You can call me. I'll respond to both.
You respond to both?
I am Leah now.
Yeah.
But I'll always be Carmella.
I feel like I call you both all the time, but it's like, not supposed to call people by their shoot names or we know what they say.
I don't get offended.
No, perfect. How is everything going with you? How do you enjoy Wrestlecon
It's going
today?
great. This is my first Wrestlecon, and it's exactly what I expected. Our wild fans, our fans are just the absolute best. So I feel like I've been so far removed from the WWE and wrestling world. So to be back here and just kind of like meeting everybody and seeing everyone.
Did you sign anything today that was super cool that kind of surprised you? Like, holy crap, that's awesome.
A lot of plaques.
Yeah.
It's really cool. My last signing I did, I signed someone's leg, and then I went and got it tattooed.
Yeah,
right
I saw
after
that. That's insane.
So I didn't have an experience like that
Yeah.
today, so I'll say it's pretty tame compared to that.
Nick, you gotta go get a tattoo. That being said, first things first, before we get into the wrestling stuff, I want to ask about everything you're doing now with Snatch and all that. Explain that to me and what that's all about.
So Snatch is a platform for women to kind of be educated and discuss all things related to fertility, pregnancy, postpartum, motherhood. When I had my miscarriages, I feel like I kind of was alone in that, and I wanted to share my experience. And through that, I realized how much we needed to talk about these things as women, and so that's why I created Snatch. And now we have a platform where we educate women on all of these different things that our bodies go through, and I'm just really excited for where it's going. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
How insane is it? So we've talked about in the past before that sometimes social media can be like a load of bullshit and kind of fake, but you've actually built a community to bring people together about real conversations and real things.
Yeah.
How cool is it for you to know that you've done something like that? How is that community so far?
That makes me so proud. I feel like because I've had a platform through WWE and kind of like years ago and just kind of lean more into just like showing like the highlights and the best clips of your life, that now I'm like, what I'm really leaning into is the real life aspect, and I love that, and I feel like it's getting such a good response, and that's where I'm really leaning into like my female following.
Do you have a really cool story from that community that you can share with us that was kind of like impacted you and you're like, whoa, that really touched you?
Honestly, so many stories.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many women that have come out of the woodwork and just said, like, even today, women coming up to me today saying, and men coming up to me today saying that I helped their wives to talk about my ectopic pregnancy or to talk about the miscarriages and even my birth and like how hard it was. There was a woman here today and she was with her son, the same age as Dimitiri. And she was like, because you spoke up about your birth story, it made me feel so much better about mine because she had a really traumatic birth. So I don't know, it's just really, really cool to know that like I've taken my platform and turned it into something different and just meeting so many people that it's helped.
I feel like you've always tried to do that though, whether it was with the wine, I feel like you always try to do something different and be your own kind of girl boss.
Yeah.
Why have you always had that drive?
I don't know. I guess that's just like how I was raised, how I was brought up. Like it's not like I don't want to fit into just one box. And I think that that's important, that we are more than just WWE superstars or more than just like former WWE superstars. I'm more than just a mom. I have a lot of different things boxes that I check, and sometimes I feel like I'm just in one box. But you really have to kind of like remind yourself, and even coming here today, that's reminding myself that I am more than just a mom and having that balance.
You got like different characters going on. How happy are you to be a mom? You seem extremely happy.
It's just the best. It truly is like the best. I never thought I would be this happy as a mom.
How hard is it on taking these trips where you have to leave them for a couple of days, and it just seems like a lot, right?
It is. This is the longest that I've been away from him. I'm going to be away from him for 3 days, and that's like killing me. But my mom's been sending me so many videos, so it's great.
I feel like it's the best thing, and I'm only speaking from experience from like what I've noticed in my life is you have a little boy, and he's always going to be a mama's boy.
Oh, he's for sure
always going to be a mama's boy.
And he's like exactly like me, which for my husband.
He is a little Scorpio, but
he's just like, can't believe it. And I told him, like, he's going to be a little me. Like I can just feel it. He's so silly and just like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm hilarious,
Yeah.
but like he's pretty funny, and it's just really, really fun.
We did get a glimpse of you guys' life briefly with that short Carmella and Corey show that was on YouTube. So that being said, would we ever get a glimpse in your life that way again if in the future? Because I know you love reality TV.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a reality TV buff. I'm obsessed. Like I love my Bravo. I love Real Housewives. If we were to do something like that, it would have to be like on our own terms.
Yeah.
Because that was something that was just did so not go the way that we wanted it to go, and there were just so much red tape involved, and it didn't. Obviously, we couldn't do the things that we wanted to do or show. It was just kind of like put on and pretty hokey.
Yeah.
But we had to do what we had to do. So
How was your total Divas experience?
that was pretty wild. So much fun.
Yeah.
As someone who loved reality TV, to get to be on 2 seasons of a reality television show is just so much fun, and we got closer with like all the girls, and yeah, I loved it.
Appreciate you wrapping the shirt on there.
Oh yes,
that was
how
a really
funny.
cool moment for me. I know you gave me the heads up, but I'm like, it probably won't make it. And then it made it, and I was like, oh, this is sweet. I was getting all these text messages and stuff. It was dope.
You know, it's funny story.
Yeah.
Liv has that shirt now.
She's took my hoodie?
She
Or your
took
hoodie?
it. She took it because
I wondered where it went. I'm not gonna lie.
Because
Yeah.
we were at like a show and she was cold, and she's like, does anyone have a hoodie? She's like, Mel, you got a hoodie? And I'm like, yes, I got you. And she just never gave it back.
That's where it went.
So
now
then
we
give my
know.
shirt back.
Give the hoodie back. I'll
She
give
probably
you one
has
though.
no idea. Like,
Yeah.
I never even like thought about it until
That's
I was going to
crazy.
talk to you today.
Quick 2 TV questions, and then I want to talk about your wrestling career a little bit. Top 3 reality TV shows.
Oh, I mean, any Real Housewives, Summer House, I'm obsessed, and Traders.
Okay. If you get dropped in one of these 2 universes, which universe would you want to get dropped into? The Friends universe or the Schitts Creek universe?
I'll say Friends, just because I've been a fan of that for so long.
Fair enough. Do you still find it fascinating that a lot of people don't know that your dad was a wrestler?
Yeah, I think when I do say that, people are like, oh, really? But it's not like he was well-known.
Yeah.
But he wrestled a lot of well-known names.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it makes people respect me a little bit more because I knew I kind of came from it.
I know that Graves is a wrestler too, but in a sense, if your son becomes a wrestler, I think he might be like the first 3rd generation that had like a mom as a wrestler.
That's true.
The kids, I mean, I know there's a lot of kids out there. There's Nickies and Brees and everybody with kids, but one of these kids are gonna be a wrestler and it's gonna be like, oh, their mom was a wrestler.
I hope it's not him. I hope it's
Why
not
not?
him. Oh, it's just such a crazy life. But if it's what he wants to do, I will 100% support it.
What's a moment for you that happened in professional wrestling in your WWE run where like you did something and it impressed them so much that they changed the plans of what they were gonna do?
Winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah? Were you not supposed to win it again the second time?
No, it was supposed to be Becky.
Oh,
Becky was
wow.
supposed to win the second time. But it was the SmackDown after Money in the Bank. I went out there, cut a promo, and then we opened the show.
Yeah.
And came back through the curtain and like got standing ovation. I remember Vince was like, I wish my top guys could cut a promo like that. And I was like for me, I knew I could do that, but I wanted to go out there, and I finally got the opportunity to show that. And I did a little bit with my feud with Nikki, but this was on another level.
Yeah.
It was just me. And we had a segment later that night. It was, I think, the closing segment of the night. We were out there with Daniel Bryan, and there was supposed to be physicality, and I think Becky and Charlotte was supposed to like tag team me to the floor. Or I was supposed to beat them up, sorry. I was supposed to beat them up, and because I was going to lose it the next week, but then they changed all the physicality to them beating me up. And I was just like, I just knew in my heart, I'm like, I am going to win it again. And I did.
Yeah, first 2-time Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah.
And you held
For
it the
women,
longest.
yeah.
You held it the longest for the women too.
Yeah, it's still.
Which is crazy. Nick Cashin still remembered very fondly. I always just say the one thing about you that I noticed, and obviously we talked here and there, was like, no matter what they gave you, you made it work. Whether you wanted to do it, you didn't want to do it, you somehow made it work. And I think that's something that's really cool about you, that you were very versatile. I was talking to Zelina yesterday, and she was telling me about how you guys were gonna tag, and at first you both didn't really want to do it. You were gonna focus on single stuff. But you guys had a lot of plans to do other things. What were some of those things that you guys had planned that you wanted to do?
We had, God, to be honest, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I feel like that was so long ago. But we had so many different things, like, because that was the time she was Queen of the Ring, and it was like leading up to Mania that year, where I was about to get married.
Yeah.
So I think we were supposed to do like a lot of like skits involving like getting married, or like bachelorette. I can't even, like, we both are so character driven. I just wish we had the opportunity to cut more promos and do more with our characters.
I think one time she was telling me about wanting to do like vignettes like Eddie and Chavo and kind of the Los Guerreros stuff, but yeah, maybe that was on her break.
Yeah, I think maybe, I'm like, I don't remember that.
Hey yo, it's your boy the Wrestling Classic Justin here, and I'm here to tell you guys about one of wrestling's best kept secrets for merchandise, officially licensed WWE and NXT merchandise, 500level.com. Check them out, 500level.com. Get officially licensed merchandise for the WWE, NXT, UFC, MLB, NBA, NHL. They got it all. If you join the Partnership Point program as a loyal customer, you will get discounts down the road. You can find merchandise for some of your favorite NXT stars that you can't find anywhere else. Javon Evans, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic, Lola Vice, Trick Williams. They got merchandise for everybody on NXT. You got OG shirts like this NWO shirt. You got big stars like the Queen Charlotte Flair. You get new designs like this new design for Lita. You get designs I helped out with, like this design for Dakota Kai, which I was a part of creating when Dakota didn't have those many shirts going on. You can get, like I said, NXT superstars like Carmen Petrovic and many others. You can get OGs like the none other than the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. You can get CM Punk, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, anybody you want. Sami Zayn's 500level.com. Check them out. You can even get the bad guy, Razor Ramon. You get your OG, like I said, logo shirts, NWO, WWF, Survivor Series, Raw's War. 500level.com. Check them out. Join the partnership program. Some of the best quality shirts, premium quality, regular quality. Some of the best product you will find out there, officially licensed WWE, NXT merchandise, and OG Legend stuff. 500level.com. Check them out. Keep doing the thing. We'll see you all later. What's the future looking like for you? Are you done with wrestling? Do you still want to wrestle? Like, you did that podcast.
Yes.
You explained it yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that for a second? About everything that came out after
I'm
doing
very happy with the podcast. A trailer for anything, whether it's a TV show, a podcast, a movie, it's supposed to get people talking, get them intrigued, and that's what the trailer did. Like when that little teaser reel dropped, people are just taking the things that were said out of context. And if you actually listen to the entire podcast, you know what I was saying. I wasn't at all saying anything bad about WWE. I'm like so grateful for my time with WWE. Eventually, I'm going to leave WWE. Like there's no way I can work there forever. For me personally, I was just a little upset and hurt, I guess, with how it ended, but it was going to end no matter what, you know? And I was just a little hurt with how it ended, that's all. And then for everyone saying, oh, it's because you suck, that's why they didn't renew your contract, it's like, everyone's going to have their opinion, and that's fine.
That's the internet.
But it was just the fact that, hey, Mick, come on in!
Hey, it's Mickey James, everybody. We have a run-in.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I totally didn't.
No.
It's not like we don't know each other. Hi.
Bye, guys.
Mickey James, everyone.
Mickey James, we had a run-in. This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you do an interview at WrestleCon. It's bound to happen. But say, okay, it's been months now since you did that podcast. Are you okay with everything? How do you feel now?
I feel like in the moment it was very jarring. I was shocked.
I feel like I was shocked and it was new to you.
I was shocked. And because I didn't get a lot of notice, to me that's what kind of was like, wow. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Everything happens for a reason. I feel so blessed. Like with my time at WWE, I mean, everyone that I've seen here today, it's like joking around with Big Show and I saw Ellsworth. I'm like, this is wild. But I'm just so grateful for my time in WWE, and I'm grateful that at this point in my life I can kind of pivot, focus on what's next, and just live my best life.
Is wrestling not in the picture moving forward, or is this something you just need a break from, you think?
I want a break.
Yeah.
You know, even though I had been away for 2 years, I was still under contract, and it's like for the first time in 12 years, I'm like, oh, I'm Leah. I'm not Carmella. Like, but who is Leah without wrestling? And it's kind of like time to have like a funeral for Carmella. Like she's in the past. Yeah. But I will for sure hope that someday I go back, you know, whether it's like a one-off or for a Rumble or something. It's in my blood, and I love it.
Well, yeah, and let's make the statement clear. You do, like you grew up watching wrestling. People need to know that you actually grew up watching wrestling.
I never thought it was something I would do or like aspired to do when I was a kid. Yeah. But the fact that I did it, and I'm so grateful for my time.
You like Miss Elizabeth? You liked 1, 2, 3 Kid? Like you were a wrestling fan.
My husband thinks it's hilarious that my crush was on 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I don't know. He had it going on back then. Maybe in the 90s. He had the long hair. He had like the Green Power Ranger look going on a little bit. Yeah. But it's like you grew up going, I think there's a misconception sometimes that like, oh, she wasn't in wrestling. She did the Lakers stuff. She was a cheerleader and then she got into it that way. But it's like, no, like your dad was in wrestling. You grew up watching wrestling. You didn't think you were going to do it, but you were a wrestling fan to an extent.
Yeah, for sure.
So we cleared that.
And if people don't think, whatever. Like, I'm at a point in my life, I'm 37. I do not care what people think.
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to judge me, judge me. It is what it is, you know?
If you could show your younger self one of your matches that you're very proud of, what match would you show them?
Oh, I would say my Summerslam match, the triple threat with Becky and Charlotte.
For sure.
Because walking out in that gear, like, it was just like Barbie inspired, and like I was just feeling myself. Like, I was so happy because I knew my title run was ending that night, and I just went out there and I'm like, I'm gonna give it my all, and just, I don't know, I'm just so proud of that match. And I feel like that match at the end of my title run kind of got everyone to realize, like, okay, I can actually do this. And it was just like, I got booed out of the building. It was just so fun.
You proved that you could hang with two women that wrestling fans, the hardcore wrestling fans are like, oh, they're two of the best.
Yeah.
And you're in there with them and you did great.
And people are, no matter what, going to talk shit, but I don't, like, I'm so proud of that. You know, and nothing anyone says can take that from me.
What's one of you, like, top two favorite attires that you've done while you were there?
For sure, that SummerSlam attire. And then, God, any of my Money in the Banks, like all with the money print. I don't know, I feel like I have so many. And then I love, like, when I came back for that short run before I got pregnant, like the Lita inspired.
The mix of the two Carmella characters.
Yeah, like I really like that. Like, I was really excited to do some more with that.
How cool is it that, like, one of the last memories people will have is that you had a killer Elimination Chamber match?
Oh, yeah.
Where you were just, like, eliminating everybody and everyone was like, what the hell's happening
I know,
here?
I'm obsessed with that match. I feel like I was such a little shit, like, just stirring everything up. And just, like, running away from Asuka the entire time. Like, I would, like, start shit and then hide back in my pod. And I was so grateful because I felt like, and TJ was a producer on that match. And he knew what I'm capable of. TJ's been, like, such a integral part of my career. And I'm so grateful that he allowed me to really showcase who I was in that match, because that's what Carmella is. She's going to start shit with everyone, and then she's going to run away, and then she's going to kick ass when she needs to. But I love, like, that to me, if anyone asked who is Carmella, I would tell them watch that match.
You brought up TJ, and TJ is great, but when I interviewed Natty, she said great things about you. So can you just say some nice things about Natty?
Oh my God, Natty is literally my, like, soulmate. We talk all day, every single day. To this day, I have, like, probably have to go into my phone right now because I have, like, 30 text messages.
She killed it last night at Bloodsport.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I was there. I was there.
She needed to remind everyone, like, this, I am that bitch. You know? Even, we all know, but, like, some people needed to be reminded of who she is, and she went out there last night and just, like, killed it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy.
And you could tell how much weight how much she, like, is a glue to the division, because, like, I was back there and, like, half the women's roster was there.
I mean, she is, like, the backbone of the women's division. And I'm telling you right now, her book. So she sent me, like, a copy of her book.
Read it.
It's like just in a PDF form right now, and I'm reading it. Oh my God, I am so obsessed. Like, you have to read this book. Like, when I tell you, like, I was telling Matt the other day, I'm like, I've been reading this book. You need to read it because you would love it. He's like, really? I'm like, yes. So, and I know her. She's like one of my best friends, and I'm reading this, and I'm so fascinated. And I know all these stories, and I'm so fascinated reading it. It's so incredible.
I can't wait to read it. Everyone check out Natty's book. It's coming out soon. Pre-order it. I think you can pre-order it already.
Comes out in October.
There you go. We got the plug. Last couple of questions. First things first. What's on your playlist? What are you listening to these days?
Miss Rachel and Coco Melon.
You haven't got to the Blippi stage yet?
Oh, Blippi. I hate Blippi.
I hate all of them. My sister and my brother both have kids, and they're like 2 years old. And when they're around, I have to turn this stuff on. Sometimes I'm like, good Lord.
If I'm listening to something for myself, it's usually like 90s or 2000s. Like, I'm stuck in the 2000s. I don't like listening. Like, sometimes I listen to some new music, but I'm like way more into like 90s, 2000s.
Have you tried getting him to watch some of the cartoons you watch?
Oh,
they're just like totally not in it.
I don't want to watch
Is he into it?
From this day. Yes.
Okay. I try getting my nephews and nieces to, and they're just not. Well, my niece loves Minnie Mouse and stuff, so that stuff works.
Yeah.
But my nephew doesn't like any of
it. He loves Mickey. He's obsessed with Mickey. But I try not to let him watch too much TV. But it's only like old school. You know, he's obsessed with watching like real life animals. He loves cows. He loves chickens.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
My little nephew loves ducks. He's a duck fan.
Yeah, ducks.
Yeah. So outside of wrestling, what were some influences to the Carmella character outside of wrestling? So not on your wrestlers, but like character-wise, like who would you pick things off?
Like, I wasn't influenced by any wrestlers for Carmella. Because for me, I didn't come from the indies. I knew, like, especially I was coming in shortly after, like, Charlotte and Bayley and Sasha and Becky, Alexa. So I'm like, I'm not a wrestler, so what can I bring? I can bring a character.
Yeah.
So I watched Mob Wives, I watched Real Housewives of New Jersey, The Sopranos. That's how what I studied for my character. And I think it really helped. It really helped shape who Carmella was. And the fact that who I was when I first started is kind of like still who Carmella is today. I didn't really change characters too much, minus like a few little blips there. But
Do you look back at it now, and is it kind of like a blessing, a surprise that you came up by yourself and not with Enzo, guys?
100%. I was devastated.
So they did that little documentary during that time. We saw that you were devastated, but do you look back at it now like?
I mean, I had a mental breakdown that night. I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, this was how I was gonna make it. Yeah. And then the fact that I was able to do it on my own and the way it happened, I mean, I would not have changed the trajectory of my career at all. Yeah. And it all works out the way it's supposed to. Like, it all does. Life in general just works out the way it's supposed to.
Last 2 questions wrapped us. One thing, how did you deal with your mental health being a wrestler? I know there's a lot going on. There's the internet, there's all that stuff. And I got a lot of people that follow me that are upcoming wrestlers, men, women, they're coming up to whatever. What advice would you give them entering the world of wrestling?
You can't listen to the fans. Like, what you think is a big deal when you get like a couple tweets or you get something, that is just so not reality. Yeah. Like, even when that podcast struck, I deleted the Twitter app from my phone because I was getting death threats. And I'm someone who has really gotten so good at blocking out the noise and just living in reality. And I even had to delete, after 12 years of business, had to delete the Twitter app off my phone because I'm like, I can't read this. It's because if you don't believe something, or like if you believe what they say or not, when you're reading it, those words are still infiltrating your brain and you're somehow like still thinking these things even if you don't believe it. Yeah. So I had to delete it. And like, you have to have thick skin. Do what you feel is right and follow like your path rather than worrying about what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, no, you have to have thick skin and kind of block out the noise, basically. Yes. We're going to wrap this up. First things first, I just want to say once again, thank you for everything you've done for me. You've always supported the page. You've always been super kind. You played around with my BS. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
You've always been super cool. But last things last, I always ask everybody this at the end. Do you feel like you've made your younger self proud as of right now? If you were to talk like 10-year-old Leah, would she be like, shit, we did some cool stuff? Like,
yeah, I mean, 100%. I feel like I exceeded my expectations of what I wanted as a kid. And I always wanted to be in front of the camera. I always wanted to perform in front of a crowd. Yeah. And to know that I became Carmella and someone who's so over the top and extra and I was so shy as a kid. So to be able to come out of my shell on TV, I'm so proud of that.
That's awesome. Everybody make sure you follow Leah Van Dale on social media. The Instagram's changed. Are you still working on the Twitter?
I don't know, because I barely go on Twitter, and
I don't either. I don't really like it.
Yesterday, and I realized
it's too negative a little bit sometimes.
Carmella, but it's still me.
But follow her on social media. Thank you again for doing this. It was a pleasure. It's long overdue. I'm really glad we finally got to do it. I'm glad you made the time. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.
It's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
I'm not going to ask you anything crazy anyway. We're good?